Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Trisha and I love to create videos for beginners who are trying to learn how to draw. So today, this is what we're going to practice. We're going to practice how to draw this lighthouse. It's not going to be exactly like this. We're using this just as a reference. But what I wanted to talk to you, even if you are a beginner, and you think, oh no, this is going to be too difficult, I cannot do this. And I would say that yes, you can, because if you break this down, we all that we have here are a series of lines, many different lines. The first one is going up here, and then you have another one going this way, and then now we have a line that is slightly curvy over here, and another one over here, and another one in the same shape, same direction over here. And then you have a straight one going down this way. And this is I think this is the deck of this lighthouse. I don't know, I never been in one of those. I love lighthouse, but I never got to go inside of one. So if you know what this means, what this is, let us all know in the comments. But that's what you have. And here you have something that I think is the part of the structure that supports this deck. So those are like pillars, or something that holds the area up. Okay, so here we have a straight line. This is more straight like this. And here we have the top of this lighthouse. Goes like this, and it ends there on the other side. So in reality, this is a ellipsis shape. And then here we go back to that's it. That's what you have. And you have some windows here. You can make them as simple as that. This seems like it used to be a door or something. It's a little bit different than the other ones, but I'm not sure. And then, of course, we have down here the base of our lighthouse, which is also a line that is slightly curvy. And you have here the base. That's it. Your lighthouse is done. Of course, we have here an island with a very irregular shapes, boulders and rocks. You have your ocean, so you have a horizon line. And over here, you can do whatever you want. It's your sky. So obviously this one, in this case, this sky has a lot of clouds going in various different shapes, which makes this image very interesting. It just adds up to this lighthouse. But this is all you have. It's just straight lines. So if you were to practice a lighthouse, what you need to do a lighthouse, you just need to do lines. Basically, that's it. And you can even use a ruler if you don't want to do freehanded like this. You do a very rough sketch in here. But that's what you have. But that's why I think this is a good drawing for beginners, because you can do this. You can, if you can trace a line like this, you can do this drawing. So I recommend you get a piece of paper, just scrap paper, something you're going to throw away anyway, and practice these lines. It's good for you, for your memory, to create a memory muscle in your hand, in your arms. And you can move your paper if you need to make those other curvy lines going this way. So practice this for a little bit and then begin the actual drawing. You can print, I print this from Pixabay. It's a website or app that you can use reference photos for whatever you want. And just use it, any image that you like, any lighthouse that you like, and you try it out on your sketchbook. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Of course, if you don't feel confident to do this line by hand, just use a ruler. That's fine too. Now, a little bit about proportion. So this lighthouse here, if you put it in here, maybe you can put it up here, maybe once, a little more than one finger, 2 fingers that are maybe too much in here, and maybe 3 fingers here. Yeah, I guess we could try that. That's what would it be. If you have a ruler and you want to measure, you can do that too. We have here about a little less than 1 inch, right about here. So over here. I usually don't like to use rulers. I just try to eyeball everything. And here we have a little more than 1 inch. Right about here. The problem is that it has to be centered. And that's why I don't like to use rulers. I don't think they're very, very useful all the time. But let's just give it a try. And if your drawing comes up a little bit, see, this one didn't work all that well. If your drawing comes up a little bit crooked, that's okay too, because it looks more organic. You don't want something that is going to look like it was made by a computer, by one of those I don't know, programs or apps that do everything for you. If you go on Canva, yeah, you can make straight lines, and so you don't want your drawing to look extremely stiff. Let it be a little, let it show some mistakes, because when it shows some mistakes in it, it shows the human behind it. This was made by a real artist, so it's okay if it doesn't come out proportionally or even extremely straight lines, even like here. All right, so let's see. We have here, remember that curvy line over here? Another thing about not making your drawings extremely measured and perfect, it's you think about it, you're doing this for fun, right? For yourself and for fun and to learn. You're not creating the blueprint of a construction of lighthouse. So don't worry if it comes out, a a little bit irregular, that's fine. All right, we have our deck. It's maybe somewhere in here. So again, I'm not going to measure exactly how it's in this reference photo. Reference photos are just that, just for reference. We don't need to recreate an exact image of that photo, because for that you can just use a copy machine, right? So we're going to change a little bit, and we don't need to make exactly the same. We can put our own personality in this image we're creating here. All right, so remember those pillars, or however it's called, it has 6. And again, if you don't want to make 6, you want to make 5, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. All right, there you go. So up here, kind of running out of space a little bit. We're going to bring this down. Maybe a little more curvy here, because this is all the way up on the top. So for perspective, if you're looking at something all the way up on the top, it has a little curvy shape going this way, like it's in here. And then here we have the top of the lighthouse. This is where the actual light goes and reflects everywhere. And in this reference photo, you just see like some lines in here, like bars or whatever. I like more when the lighthouse have that diagonal shape of those windows. I don't know if that is a window or it's just, I'm assuming there have to be some kind of glass in there. Maybe not. But I like this, when it's like diagonal shapes. It looks so much prettier. And then of course here you have the top. So let's try to figure out where the middle is, and then the roof, I guess, like a little roof. All right, there you go. And this one just has like a little ball in here, and then something sticking up. I'm gonna make it a little bit different in here. I'm gonna make it like this, and then a little ball in here. And it has going to be a few lines in here. Now for the windows, remember we have just simple rectangular shaped windows, door in here. I always like, and that's the great thing about art and drawing, because you can create your own style. And I like when the windows are this arch shape, round on the top. I just feel like it's more aesthetic, to me at least. Maybe a little bit whimsical. And our windows are going to have the same shape, diagonal grids coming. in both directions like this. Maybe we'll do one more window down here. There you go. And here we have the shape, I'm sorry, the base of your lighthouse. So it's kind of like a little bit bigger. It comes this way. There you go. And we can see very well how that is, but I like when I see like some kind of stone shaped. Those are very large stones that make up this section of them, of your lighthouse. Maybe we could add a few more bricks. I always like to put bricks in this, because those are old buildings anyway. And you don't need to make all of them. This lighthouse seems like it's just a straight stonework. But I kind of like when we have some bricks. A lighthouse. You can make any decorations or details you want on yours. Many lighthouses have red lines going all around it. I think that's because it makes them more visible. But we're going to make it those old bricks. I'm going to make it a really regular shapes like this. You don't worry about making anything perfect. That is the fun about drawing and art in general. This is your lighthouse, your world here. You're creating your own world here. All right. Now this needs to be sitting somewhere, right? So we have an island here. So like I said, that island was full of stones, very irregular shaped stones. This island is very small. We're going to make it maybe a little bit bigger. You make it look like it's higher up. It's a little more elevated. So whoever is looking at this lighthouse is maybe sitting over here in the ocean, in a boat or something, and is looking up at this lighthouse and this little island here. We're going to add some of those irregular shaped boulders. It'll be just very irregular like this. We're not going to draw all of them. We're just going to make a representation here then. This is what we see here. And I really want to make them very, very irregular. I hold my pencil up here to know. Don't worry much about their shapes. So of course we have our horizon line coming back here. Now though this one is very low, ours we can make it a little bit higher up, maybe somewhere around here. This will be your ocean, and here is your sky. Of course, to represent these clouds, we can make a few clouds going around the lighthouse. These are going to make them kind of a little bit whimsical like this. And not worry about making anything realistic. I really don't. I really prefer more of the whimsical type of art. So these clouds are just to represent um, the clouds there in the reference, but we're not going to make exactly the same. The clouds are very easy to draw too. And then also gives here a little more interested in our drawing here, because it fills this space. And when I draw clouds, I always draw in a whole bunch of them kind of together, because usually that's how they are. You usually don't see only one cloud in the sky. You tend to hang out together or something. When you see one, you see a whole bunch of others together. Okay? Maybe this is a little too much. I don't know. I think it's good. Draw some birds. We don't have any birds here. But whenever you add some life in your drawings, it just gives something else to see, something interesting, something that it's alive in there. So I always like to put some birds there. Of course, that's optional. How about some vegetation here? We don't see any vegetation in this reference photo here. I kind of like to have something in here. Even going over. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just some kind of ocean grass or whatever they call it. Some kind of grass that you would normally see in coastal areas like this. And maybe one more over here. Kind of don't like when things are in pairs. Like two things. So two vegetations. It kind of looks better for the composition to have three, or to have like an odd number of whatever you were drawing. Or sometimes it's better like if they're not the same size. So that helps your composition too. make it more uneven. More irregular. Maybe this one is the one that has to be bigger. And that one is smaller. There you go. Something like that. Now, here in the photo, this is an excellent photo to see value, meaning to see where the light is and where the darker areas are. So here, of course, we can see that the sunlight's coming from this way over here. Maybe this is the sunset or something, or the sunrise. The sun is hitting all this side of the lighthouse. Is very light color in here. The other side is very dark. So to represent that, you will have to represent this in everywhere consistently throughout the whole drawing. So in the lighthouse and in the stones too. So the stones will have some darker areas here. In the lighthouse as well. I'm going to have some shadow on this side over here. And then even in here too. Seems as I forgot to do this part of the building. So we're gonna have to fix this a little bit. Because if this is a deck, this deck is this area up here. And it has very tiny windows. It's hard to see. Neither one of the drawings is very hard to see, but it is tiny windows in here. I'm just gonna make like a circle windows. They could be just same shape as the other ones. And then here we have our where the light is. Perhaps this area has to be a little bit bigger too. Better this way. I could have left like that. But I kind of like this part over here because that's the whole purpose of that deck, I think. All right. Getting a little bit messy in there, but we'll fix when we bring when we use our ink pen. So all of that's gonna clear it up a little more. I'm going to speed up the video now. I'll come back in the end. So you're gonna see me covering this or tracing the drawing with the ink. I'm gonna use a 01. You can follow along or stop the video and you know, watch it again. I hope you get to try this drawing, and I'll come back soon. I decided to make the clouds just a little darker here, um, just to give the impression that the sunlight is coming from this way and it's making even the clouds a little lighter on this side, but here on the other side they're a little bit darker. So there was a lot of shading in this drawing. It did take me quite a while for to finish all of that. And so if you decide to do this drawing, set up some extra time for yourself. When we watch videos, YouTube or Reels, everything seems to happen so fast. In less than a minute or so, everything is done. But in reality, um, any of these drawings or art projects, they take a lot longer. There was a lot of shading on this side. This took me a while. The ocean as well. The stones a little bit maybe. So you can color this. We're not gonna color in this video. Maybe I'll do a separate video just to color. This paper that I have here is not very good for watercolor. So I'm probably gonna have to use color pencils or something like that. But if you are doing this in a watercolor paper that can handle a lot of water, then you can use watercolor to just give some extra colors to your artwork. Okay, well, I hope you found this video useful. And if you enjoyed it, please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.